This week we're back and we're starting off at the training pitch. The main training pitch, which is all flattened out. You can, as far as the eye can see, we have flattened out areas for the turf to go in. It feels like it should be soon. You just look how it's been raked, it looks like. You've got the truck going over things, flattening it out, making sure it's nice and firm. Feels like we're really close. We're over here by the training facility that has seen some more work this week. As we zoom in, you really see a lot going on. Building up the walls. On the far end, we've got some workers present here on a Sunday morning. Last week, we saw the beginnings of the roof. We saw just a few sheets of metal up there. This week, a lot more progress on the rooftop of the training facility. Now we're looking at the south side of the training facility, and we're starting to get some walls. Some metals being put up to so they can, I guess, hang sheets of the exterior wall up there. This entire building is just like the stadium, all metal. Makes you wonder, with all that metal, what is the cell phone reception going to be like in there? Another nice view of that wall that's going up there on the south side of the training facility. All right, now we're over here on the west stands, and you want to see something cool here. We're starting to get some metal work for the actual bleachers. You can see the steps in there, so that's definitely for the bleachers. It's going in now on the west stands. This is the club area. Looks like some cross work going in for the rooftop up here too. A lot of progress every single week we come out. As we know, we're right next to an airport here. Now, something kind of cool is both stadiums will be next to an airport. Team logo's got a bird on it, something about flight. Makes sense. Got some guys on this big cherry picker. This one is gigantic. They're way up there. Working on some of the metal work up there. Here's our weekly view of the south. Not much going on the south. Most of the work right here happening on the west stands. Like I said, you could see all that metal work going in there for the bleachers. But on the south, not much. We've got these buildings, and that's about it. On the south side of the stadium, over here by the construction entrance, we come across another historical sign, Fusion Blvd. So we've got Stryker Boulevard, we've got Oriole Avenue or Boulevard, and we've got Fusion Blvd all around the stadium, talking about the teams that have called Lockhart home. Question being, when do we get a Heron Blvd? Gotta wonder what that is, right there in the middle, right next to that white truck. To me, that looks like it could be the overhang. You know, the roof for the people on the west side. I don't know. It's getting ready to be installed, I think. By the time we come next week, I imagine all the metal will be finished across for the stands, because that seems to be going in quick. A lot happens in 7 days. Let's go over to the east side, see what's going on over there. As I walk around Lockhart, you know what's something cool to see is how many people are slowing down, driving real slow around the property. A lot of interest. I even saw a father and a young son hopping out of their car to get a picture in front of the construction. A lot of interest in this area about what's going on at Lockhart with this construction. They see a lot of things happening. They want to know what it is. It's good stuff. All right, on the east, I don't see a whole lot new. There's some new metalwork going on in front of the bathrooms there. Nothing on the roof like I was hoping. You know, getting that second level going. Seems like the majority of the work is still concentrated there on the west. Having said that, they have all these big metal beams. Those look to be the same kind of beams that made that top structure on the west, all laid out here on the east. So, you know, it leads you to believe these are going up any day now, very soon, laying out all their work. One thing I didn't notice before, but it looks like they have definitely laid some concrete in between these structures. See these guys walking on it today. I didn't notice it before. It may have already been there, but I just didn't see it. Here's a good look at that slab of concrete. Standing here on the northeast corner, you get a really good look inside the club area. Starting to get some walls separating out the suites. Pitch has been flattened out similar as the training pitches. Curious, at what point do they put grass in? I mean, I'm assuming we're still a ways off over here, but I'm curious, at what point of the construction do they just go ahead and lay some grass and let it start growing? This road, which was Northwest 55th Street, looks like it still may be. It's paved further towards the west. They started over here on the east and they're going towards the west. Every week it's a little bit further along. So making progress on the little bit of a road there that'll lead to the parking. And something to note, all of the fences that were open that I've been using to get like great views, they've all been closed. And they got a nice little lock on all of them. They don't want me getting too close, I guess. Here is the football field. That's going to be an artificial turf football field for the local high schools. Not much has changed over here other than just spreading around some more of the gravel for the base, make it nice and level. If you look closely from the east side of the training facility, you can see we got a couple workers up there walking around there on the second floor doing some construction business. And now we're at the far northeast corner of the property. We see some sidewalk area has been laid. This is new. And last week when we were here, we saw that they had laid this tarp, and you can still see it a little bit, this plastic, I call it a tarp. And it was all across this entire back field. You can see it everywhere. Now, as you can see, most of it has been covered up with the gravel. And we've got rolls and rolls of that gravel right here ready to get laid out onto these fields as well. And here's the guy doing the flattening, raking out all the gravel, making sure it's nice and level. Driving real slow. That's got to be, it's an important job, but it's got to be a really boring job. I mean, he's driving all of like 2 miles an hour across this field all day, spreading gravel. I'm glad he's doing it, but whew, that looks boring. Like I was telling you, from the other side, as far as the eye could see, all the way across, he's gone and flattened out this gravel. We've got to be close to laying some turf. Got to be. I imagine that the turf in the backfields gets laid before the turf inside the stadium, just because, you know, you're not building any big structures back here. It's just fields, so might as well get them laid out, start letting them grow. And I tell you, this really is a great view of that stadium and the training facility. Just a real nice view, real peaceful out here on a Sunday morning. He's made his turn and he's racing back to the other side. There's another cart out there as well. Much smaller, moving around at a quicker pace. This guy is winning that snail's race. That's it for this week. A lot of workers present here on a Sunday morning. And as I was looking at the Fusion Blvd sign, it made me wonder, and I want to know your opinion, how soon do you think we'll see a Heron Blvd? And should they? Should it be Heron Blvd, Inter Miami Boulevard? I don't know, Inter Miami sounds weird because it's in Fort Lauderdale. Maybe Heron Blvd or Heron Ave? What do you think? Should they name one of the streets around Lockhart Stadium after the team, the organization that's rebuilding it? I think they deserve it. Let us know in the comments below. We will see you here next week, and make sure to check out tomorrow's local news as we update some cool news stories that have happened over the last week. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and we will see you right here next week.